I'm Rachel and welcome back to Auxhart Gardening. In today's Harvest and Cook, I am talking about radishes. Now, radishes are one of those things that a lot of new gardeners are told to grow because they grow so fast and they're really easy to grow. Most radishes you can get in under 30 days. Bigger ones might take just a little longer than that, but it's one of the fastest turnaround crops that you can start with, and it's really hard to mess up. However, a lot of people, especially here in the US, don't eat radishes on a regular basis. And so I wanted to touch on a couple of ways that you can eat these beautiful roots, and probably one less commonly known way to eat them that I think is absolutely amazing. So the first and probably the most common way to eat radishes is to roast them like any other vegetable that you might roast in the oven. You would chop it up, cover it in a little bit of oil, put it on a pan at like 350, 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and roast it for something like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending how crispy you want it. But since that's like the standard way to eat radishes, I'm not really going to go into depth on that. It seems like you guys probably know how to roast vegetables. So today I wanted to talk about something a little more unusual. It's actually a traditionally Persian appetizer, and I wasn't able to find like a really good name for it. But it was served to me at a Persian restaurant about a year ago, and I thought it was one of the most delicious things I had ever had, and it was a combination of things that I would never think to put together myself. So let me show you how to do that. The first thing you want to consider when working with radishes or any root vegetable in general, and if you're not going to use them right away, you definitely want to start by cutting the tops off of them. And this is because root vegetables store all of their nutrients in the root, right? The point of them is that they're storing nutrients for the time when they won't have any. And so when you pull them out, they start drawing on the nutrient stores in the root. And so if you leave the greens attached, they'll just start sucking nutrients up out of the root. And so especially if you're not planning on using them right away, you want to make sure you get those greens off as soon as possible. Additionally, radish greens are technically edible. I don't personally like them because I find them to be like kind of spiky. Maybe particular varieties would be a little softer, but in my experience, radish leaves are just a little uncomfortable to chew on. The first thing I'm going to do with my radishes is just chop them into little discs, maybe about like a 2/4 wide. Okay, so I have this flatbread. It's just a really generic flatbread. You can choose whatever you think is tastiest. And I'm just gonna kind of lay out my radishes on it. Next, I'm gonna take walnuts and kind of break them apart onto it as well. I have some feta cheese. If you can afford the stuff that comes in a block, I think that that's a little tastier for this. But this is cheaper and more convenient, and it also doesn't go bad nearly as fast. And then the last bit is fresh spearmint, peppermint, something in the mint family. I just cut a couple of tops off, and I'm gonna just pull the leaves off and set them on here. Last step is I'm just gonna roll the whole thing up and then kind of eat it like a little burrito. Some people will fold it in half, eat it like a sandwich, and also additionally some people like it to be warmed. So I think what's really great about this is that it cuts that really harsh flavor that radishes can sometimes have, especially if you're growing radishes in the spring. And it's also just still raw and fresh, and it's also like pretty impressive. If you want to serve it before dinner, you can put everything out on a platter and have everybody put it together themselves. Alright, so let's talk about options, substitutions. Obviously any kind of flatbread is okay, whatever you like. Pita bread, doesn't matter. Some people like it warmed, some people like it cold. Again, personal preference. I tried doing them warmed initially, and I found that the bread just really lost its heat really fast, so I stopped trying. Another thing to think about, like I said, if you can afford the feta cheese that comes in a block rather than the already crumpled stuff, It's more expensive, but I think it makes it a lot better. There is something to be said for fancy cheese. And also, in terms of the radishes themselves, if you grow them in the fall and they're maturing in cold weather, they're likely to be a lot sweeter than if they were grown in the spring and maturing into warmer weather. And that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning with the roots storing the plant's energy. Is as it's getting colder, it's going to want to store more of those sugars and more of that stuff that it needs to survive than it will if it notices that the weather is getting warmer. So if you want sweeter radishes, use radishes that have been grown in the cold or matured as the weather is getting colder. Also, the walnuts, you could probably use pecans. Probably wouldn't recommend something really flavorful like peanuts or cashews, but I find walnuts and pecans to be kind of interchangeable and stuff like this. And lastly, the spearmint. I do think spearmint is the best with this, but I know that a lot of other herbs can be used, so go ahead and experiment and see what you like best. Alright, and that is really all there is to it. It's really easy, really tasty. You can whip it up really fast, and it's really great with those fresh radishes that you may have planted and not known what to do with. So now you have at least 2 options. So hopefully you will continue to try growing radishes, especially if you're new, because they are so fast and so easy and so beautiful. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I wish you all happy gardening.